We're live, baby. What it do, baby? What it do? Welcome. How's everybody doing today? What is up? It's time for stream, baby. Time for stream. Get that announcement going at Stream Alerts. We on for day 2 or I guess it's episode 7. Episode 7 of Commander Rehab. Very excited about today's episode. Very excited. There was one deck I really wasn't expecting to make, like, at all. It definitely was very new to me, to say the least. What's up, Knockoff Tomcat? How we doing? Carlton Bank, Andrew W, Digin, Trock. Oh man, look at this dude. We're showing up early. Relic Prince. I love to see it, guys. What's up here already? The gang's already set. What's good, y'all? Jason Wiggins, yo, just finished my Sonic deck based off your list. Gonna get some games in this weekend. Very excited. Jason, heck yeah. Code Exorcist, what's good? Andrew W, excited for Dr. Madison. Oh, dude, the Dr. Madison list. I brought in a specialist for your deck. What's up, Otter Pirate? Noratama, what's up? Trocken Met, what's up? About to go to sleep, but you can stay up a little bit longer. I like to hear that. You know, sleep deprivation ain't too bad when you're having fun. Don't listen to me for advice. It's a bad idea. It's a very bad idea. I give out poor sleeping advice, specifically about sleep. Other advice, definitely. Decks, maybe a little thing about life or two. Sleep, bad idea. Don't ask me. I stay up way too late. Yeah, Code Exorcist tomorrow. Bro, I had to so if everyone doesn't know, Code Extras here is Soul on Discord. I had to re-record the deck video they bought for me 3 times. The audio cut out the first time, and then I was going to edit it on the plane over last weekend. Audio wasn't there. I recorded it again on Tuesday. I got sick, opened up my laptop yesterday morning to start editing. No audio again. I was gonna lose it. Thankfully, just re-recorded it this morning, and I added in a skit with costumes. Very exciting. Carlton Banks, finally, I ordered all the cards for my Scorpion God. Woo! Let's see it. Oh, I'm very excited about that. That Scorpion God list was one of our first episodes. Yes, Relic Prince, we have a Goad deck coming as well. Yep, we have more than one coming. My wife just texted me, the life of a content creator is not easy. Yeah, dang audio troubles. Yeah. Sad. But you know what we're about to get into today, y'all. You know what we're about to get into. We got 4 decks today. 4. Which, by the way, everybody, I would like to let you know we are, in fact, upping the amount of decks that we're going to have every stream. As of next week, we're going to be going up to 5, because I'm handling 4 just fine. I was thinking about it. As long as I don't have what happened this past weekend, you know, where I'm like straight up gone working all weekend. I was like, I could do 5 on a normal week where I'm not gone for 4 days. I could do 5. I love building decks too much. It's just too much fun, you know? It's really exciting to do this, genuinely, and I'm so thankful I get to. But y'all, it's time for some story time, some hangout time. What's everyone doing? What's coming up this weekend for everybody? You got your card open, ready to buy stuff? Tell me when to degen. Oh yeah, Adam W, we got some nasty stuff. I will again, time for a little you got 25 dukes, so you can finish them all in 5 streams this way. Exactly. But we've got 6 streams a month, y'all. At minimum, 6 streams a month. And that allows me to take 2 days off. I'm not going to be taking that much time off, y'all. We can have 8 streams a month as long as I only take one off. That means we need to get more Dukes. Where y'all at? Let's do it. But I would love to spoil you guys just a little bit. I'm not going to show you the commander. But I will show you some of the cards coming up in a new deck video that I'm extremely excited about. I have the deck physically right here. I purchased the whole deck for the video. Yeah, that one's a cool one. We'll show off that card. Yeah, we got to show that card off too. Yeah, that one too. That one's pretty good. Okay. Just gonna show you guys 4 of the cards. 5. Why not? That one may give it away, but I doubt any of you guys are gonna guess what it is. Yep, deck roasts are on Mondays, baby. Deck roasts are bi-weekly on Mondays. We got the calendar going out today, everybody. Excited about that. You're gonna get to know when your deck is up on stream, so you can like expect to know when to make it for stream. It's probably gonna be kind of nice. So the first card I got is Peeling Off. Oh no, yo, this foil I bought is peeling off the card. What the hell? Is it fake? Holy crap. Relic Prince gonna be doing Commander tomorrow evening with friends and Magic at my LGS Saturday. Gonna give the changes to my Orthy list a spin as well. Ooh, and the AC list. Heck, let's go. So I bought this card for the deck. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. It's very pretty. It's Immaculate Magistrate. It's an original foil. It's really minty, which is making me think, oh no, it's got water damage. Okay, I see it now. In the very top, there's some water damage. Someone spilt something on this card at some point. I don't think the camera's going to be able to see it. But you can peel that. Oh yeah, you guys can see it a little bit. You can peel that up. The edging, yeah, you can see me peeling it. I can almost peel the edging of the foiling up. It's pretty though, and it looks fine in a sleeve, so I don't care. I love me some loved cards, man. I'm a loved person. I've been through some stuff. There's probably a little bit peeling on me, you know? It is pretty, I agree. Next card we've got Agitator Ant. If you guys are not familiar with that card, it's pretty dang good. Wacky Pizza Man, I'm feeling great. I slept 10 hours, had a bunch of chicken broth. Feeling good, baby. Feeling much better. Much better. So I noticed we're losing people here at the beginning of the stream. Do you think people don't like this chat time? Should we go straight into the decks? Because I noticed people are joining in and out really quickly. Just noticing. We have Sunbird's Invocation. It's the pre-release foil. Yippee. Catch that little bit of glare. There we go. Oh yeah. Avatar of Slaughter. By the way, 32-cent foil. By the way, which is really cool. 32-cent etched foil. And then Copperhorn Scout, which is getting green screened away. If you don't know this card, it says whenever Copperhorn Scout attacks, untap each other creature you control. Yeah. Yeah, dude, Agitator Ant's like 35 cents. It's crazy. Yeah, exactly, Adam W. I think it's a fun hangout time too. I like this too. I like being able to like talk, share stories, interact with chat. I like this a lot. It's very fun. But yeah, very excited for this deck. Oh, you know what? I got one more card I want to show you guys. I bought a 7th edition foil for this deck. It's not expensive, but it's just gorgeous. Boom, baby. It's so pretty. The lighting I've got in my room makes it a little hard for you guys to be able to see it, but it's got really bad inking on the front. You guys can kind of see the inking on the edges. See, it looks like a damage, but it's just ink. But it's Granite Grip. Enchant creature gets +1/+0 for each mountain you control. And the power of the commander matters a lot. So, I'll leave it at that. It is not Xenagos. Nope. Oh man, dude, beer and D&D night, wacky pizza man. All right, it's time for a little story time on the. So the donations you guys sent me paid for beer and tacos for D&D night from you, which is amazing. Yeah, I agree with you, Atheli. I guess it depends on what kind of thing you're trying to foster. Chat seems to like it'll grow viewers slower, but cooler people stick around. I agree with that. I do. Sorry, I actually do have a table camera and everything, and normally I would show you, but I did in fact take my camera with me and dismantle it. So it's not set up at the moment. I could set up in like 10 seconds, but oh, you know what time it is, guys. Kitty time. All right. Let me raise my camera a little bit here so you can see Kibby. There we are. Hello, baby. It's a what a good boy. What's up, Hades box? Marisi? Nope. Not Marisi. So, the story time. Dungeons and Dragons night. With the boys, tacos, beer. Y'all, it was incredible. So we are playing the Stormlight Archive Dungeons and Dragons. So it's not D&D. It's just a tabletop RPG, but it uses D20s. It does everything D&D does. But it's based on Brandon Sanderson's Weatherlight saga. Or Stormlight, sorry. And so, not Weatherlight, I'm thinking Magic. The Stormlight saga. I read the first 2 books in order to play this campaign with my friends. I'm gonna be honest, I do not enjoy the way Brandon Sanderson writes his books. Do I think the themes, the world, the magic, the meaning of the stories is good? Absolutely. Good writing, wonderful message, cool story, but the writing style and the amount of cutaways and filler were killing me. If I was not reading this book for what's up, Alex? Ding ding ding. Good guess. Very good guess. Relic Prince? Yeah. Good guess on this. I'm excited for you guys to see it then. Very good guess. Very close. So we decided to play this, and my character is this like cool like barista slash mixologist ranger who ends up being taught on the high seas by his trader parents, and then he ends up going to what's it called, the dueling arena that's in the books. And while we're there, some creature ends up coming into the room and like giving us all this sickness where like out of nowhere all the nutrient left our body and we were insanely hungry, and then we were like quarantined, and now we're being like sent on this mission to effectively not die from this hunger. Where can I join? I want CDH on Shadow and Golbez. Jeff, if you would like to join and get your deck done, in the description, go to the Patreon. But yeah, I got to play a new character in a new campaign setting with my friends over some beer and tacos. All thanks to those who donated last stream. Thank you so much for that. It meant amazing. I know someone running it with Noble Heritage and is reliably outscales Raised by Giants. Yeah, it's really cool. Noble Heritage is really fun as well. I agree with that, Relic Prince. Noble Heritage is very good. It's more consistent. Noble Heritage is less consistent, but can easily outscale it, versus Raised by Giants is just a consistent thing. Jeff, I can post the link for you. Let me do a quick Twitter post letting people know that we are live real quick with our deck roast today. Link below. All right, Twitter has been alerted. Can't go wrong with beer and tacos. Absolutely. Beer of choice. Ooh, buddy. If I'm slamming beers, I'm having a bunch. I want a Corona or a Modelo, any Mexican beer. And then if I'm trying to like have a lot of beer, like I'm trying to really sit down with my friends for a very long time, acai dry, any of the dry Chinese beers are my favorite to throw back. But then if I'm just having like one beer, I'm really trying to enjoy myself, like a Pilsner, a good stout. Most of the time, my favorite's Bridges of Woe or like Death Clock by Shadow. Some of my favorites. But in general, I'm not a beer guy. I'm a whiskey guy. I drink a lot of whiskey. I have a very big whiskey cabinet. Oh, man. Anyway, guys, it's time for us to get into the stream today. It's time to get into these decks. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready for some decks today, baby? How we feeling? Get some coffee in me. All right, y'all. It's time. It's time. Our first deck of the day was submitted by none other than Otter. They ordered a Celestine the Living Saint deck. This deck is meant to be a heinous, evil, reanimator-centric focused deck. And so the idea was presented by Otter. They said, hey, if you can get this card to work, that'd be awesome, but I can understand if it doesn't. And they, in fact, selected evil. You said you wanted an evil deck. So, everyone, let's get this clear for a second. Evil deck means I am going to hurt your friend group. There is going to be irreparable emotional damage. That's what we up about. What's up, commie boy? Welcome back. It's time to hurt some feelings. It's time for war crimes. Everyone, I would like to introduce to you Celestine the Living Saint Board Wipe Tribal. Yeah. Board Wipe Life Gain Reanimator Kindred. Not Tribal. Sorry about that. Kindred. I hope y'all are ready. So, let's look at how many war crimes this deck plays. 1. Akroma's Vengeance. 2. Austere Command. 3. Catastrophe. 4. Cleansing Nova. 5. Damning Verdict. 6. Day of Judgment. 7. Don't Move. Farewell should not be in this deck. That's supposed to be Settle the Wreckage. Sorry. 8. Settle the Wreckage. Where is it? Where's Settle? Oh yeah, that's an instant. That's why. 8. Settle the Wreckage. 9. Fell the Mighty. 10. Fumigate. 11. Mass Calcify. 12. Starfall Invocation. And 13. Wrath of God. 13. Now, everybody. You ready to hear something worse? I don't know if we read the commander yet, because we haven't, but I'm going to tell you why this works and why it's disgusting. Celestine the Living Saint says, Flying Lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, return target card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of life you gained. No, Adam W. We, in fact, are winning, and very, very easily. So, what we do is the first most important thing we do is we get one of our 6 ways to give our commander indestructible. We have our first Hear Me Out Final Showdown. Let's make sure it's not already in the deck. I don't believe so. I don't remember putting that in. Let's triple check here. Yeah, looks like it's not in the deck, guys. It's our first Hear Me Out of the day. Get those gavels going. All right, y'all. Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court. Final showdown. My good sir, this says destroy all creatures on it. In the deck. I knew the card. I don't know why I didn't put it in. Easy clap. Easy clap. Absolutely. Oh, sorry. We also have Cloud's Limit Break. So we're at 15 board wipes? Yeah, 15. So, here we go. We give our commander indestructible, right? Then we swing with our commander, gaining us at minimum 3 life, not including all the ways we also have in order to give this commander extra lifelink and other things like that, because we have plenty of other creatures that also gain us life. Then we destroy all creatures. Let's just throw in a Day of Judgment. And then, because our commander cannot die because they're indestructible, at the end step, we will then bring back target creature from our graveyard onto the battlefield, and we will have board wiped asymmetrically the rest of the board. And oh, what's that? We had more than one creature die? Cool. Duplicate the trigger with Strionic Resonator. Yeah. And oh, what was that? We have triggers that say when creatures leave or enter the battlefield, we gain life. Cool. At the beginning of our end step, let's create a 3/3 Flying Angel on top of that. We have so much synergy in this deck, and it is evil. And again, we were going for evil, guys. We're not hanging on to any morality with this deck right now. My cat is fully sleeping in my lap knowing what we're doing is not a hate crime. This is just crime. This is just straight crime. So, let's go over our creatures and what we will be reanimating. Oh, God! Pizza Man! Christ! World Slayer? Oh, that's... I mean, Jesus. Oh... yeah. I think, oh, God. I think we need to put chat in jail for that one. That would, let's do the hear me out. We'll do it. But, just... Let's get this hear me out going. Oh, dear God. World Slayer. Equipment. Whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy all permanents other than this equipment. Woof. Woof. Dear God. I knew we were getting evil, but like... We were, you know, we were cartoon Saturday morning villain evil. Now, we're just like genuinely put us in jail evil. Going in the deck. Good God. What a, it's the perfect card. It's the perfect card. Oh, dear Lord, have mercy. Now, Angel of Indemnity. Flying lifelink 5/5. Whenever Angel Indemnity enters the battlefield, return target permanent card mana value 4 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it has an encore, meaning we can play it from our graveyard. Obviously, the synergy there is insane. Yeah, this should be Exterminatus, absolutely. Archangel of Thune. Everyone knows this angel. Come on. Winds of Wrath. I don't know, Kami Boy. When you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Obviously, an incredibly good card. Archivist of Ogma. Insanely good card. If your friends are evil, they're also running fetch lands. Let's just draw a card and gain life anytime anyone fetches. Aphison. Angel of Hope, baby. Flying. Vigilance, Indestructible, and other permanents you control of Indestructible. This is the win con of the deck. This is the win con. Get out Avacyn, start wiping the board. Bastion Protector. Commander creatures you control get +2/+2 and have Indestructible, baby. We are going to put the English version of this card up so people can actually read the dang thing. Elish Norn. Vigilance. Other creatures you control get +2/+2, and other creatures your opponents control get -2/-2. What I tell you, we're wiping the board, baby. We're wiping the board. Exalted Sunborn from the new set. Flying lifelink. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, or create twice that many instead. Not only is it a flying lifelink angel, guys, we do in fact make some tokens. And now, for our secondary win con, Felidar Sovereign. Beginning of your upkeep, if you got more than 40 life, you win the game. Guys, it's gonna happen. This is a very easy win in this deck. Mangar Diplomat, easy way to draw cards, easy way to draw life. We love this card. Rock's Faithmender, lifelink 1/5. Whenever you would gain life, you gain twice that much. So it makes reanimating with our commander very easy. Sarah Ascendant, the number one. Screw Soul Ring. Sarah Ascendant, turn 1, baby. Boom! So good. So good. Soul's Attendant. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you may gain 1 life. Very helpful. And then the same exact effect. Soul Warden, baby. Yeah, 40 life for protecting creature. Very doable. Super agree. Next up, Speaker of the Heavens. If you guys didn't run this in Standard, you guys didn't live. It was so much fun. Vigilance lifelink. You can tap it to create a 4/4 angel token as long as you've gained at least 7 or more life at this turn. Insanely good card. Starfield Shepherd, another new EOE card. Whenever this creature enters, search your library for basic playing cards or a creature card with mana value 1 or less. Reveal it, put it into your hand. We are going to warp this card in always, almost always, and it's going to go get a Sarah Ascendant. It's just a Sarah Ascendant tutor. It's very good. Sun Titan. Whenever Sun Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, you may return target permanent card. Mana costs 3 or less from your graveyard to battlefield. We're wiping the board a lot. Sun Titan's a really good way to get it back. The Gaffer. It allows us to gain or to draw a card as long as we've gained 3 or more life this turn. That means whenever we have our creature out and we have this out, we're easily going to be drawing cards. Valkyrie Harbinger, flying lifelink at the beginning of each end step. If you gain 4 or more life this turn, make that 4/4 angel, baby. So the board wipes, like we talked about, happen after we've given our creatures Indestructible or found Avacyn Angel of Hope, allowing us to go board wipe crazy while we have an insane amount of creatures. And of course, Vexil's Praetor. Commanders you control have protection from everything, baby. So good. Give your commander the old Progenitus treatment. Why not? You know, who cares? I made some good coffee today. Hot dang. What's up, Tresaru? How you doing? Like we talked about, biggity boom boom, tons of board wipes, but the big one in the sorceries is Steel Shaper's Gift. This is going to allow us to tutor for our equipment to make ourselves indestructible. Again, this deck is aimed at bracket 3 shenanigans, just to let you know. Howdy, made it to a stream of yours. What's up, Broke Goblin? Found you because of the Sticker Cube video. Now I'm working on mine. Let's go. We're getting an update to the Sticker Cube video very, very soon. Probably in the next month. So I hope you're excited on that. So the video will be a follow-up for everyone who actually made the cube, and I'll be helping you with it more. Yeah, Avacyn, Indestructible, Armageddon. Yeah, it's this deck is as evil as you think it's supposed to be, and that's what was requested. That's what was requested. I'm just saying. If you guys want to get something as evil as this, head on over to that Patreon, y'all. Head on over to that Patreon. Next up, we have Cloud's Limit Break. destroy target tapped creature, destroy target any number of target tapped creatures with different colors, and then for 4 mana extra, destroy all tapped creatures. Instant, babies. Instant. Enlightened Tutor goes and grabs us anything to make our commander indestructible. And then our latest Hear Me Out from one of our patrons here, Final Showdown. We're going to be using Flawless Maneuver as a pivot if anyone's trying to destroy us, and we need a free spell to stop that. We have Revitalize. It gains us life and draws us a card, which helps trigger our commander's trigger at the end step to reanimate things, and its card draw. Very helpful. Enduring Angel. Ooh, okay. We got another Hear Me Out from Relic Prince. I almost knocked over my coffee. Enduring Angel. 2 colorless, white. Flying, double strike. You have hexproof. If your life total would be reduced to 0. Ah, yes. This card, very strong in Angel decks. We're not running an Angel deck. We're just running a life gain reanimator, and this doesn't help with that game plan. But just Hail Mary good card. And also dirt cheap. It's like $1.75. Like, it's so good. Amazing in Angel decks. Love the shout out Relic Prince. Glad you put a spotlight on this card for people to know what it is. Riot Control. You gain 1 life for each creature your opponents control. Prevent all damage that would be dealt this turn. So, this card most likely should be taken out in favor of Final Showdown. So, we're going to do that. Settle the Wreckage. Exile all attacking creatures target players controlled. Prevent that. And then the player can search for some lands. So, the reason Settle the Wreckage is in the deck is on turns that we don't have anything to do as much, and we do leave open the 4 mana, which is rare, we do want to be able to stop someone from swinging out on us and getting us below the 40 life. Yeah, Relic Prince, it's amazing in a Giada list. Absolutely amazing. Teferi's Protection, y'all already know this card. It's going to be able to allow us to blinky our board in response to casting it. I just got a more evil and casual commander for a deck like this. Child of Alara, absolutely. Yes. So, the big thing is we wanted to do evil board wipes with some reanimating effect. So that's why we went with this. How do you get creatures in the yard in mono white? I have, I don't know if I should say this on stream. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what the Japanese did in World War II. Yep. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to be putting our creatures in the yard by board wiping ourselves while our commander has indestructible, and then our commander will reanimate those creatures that we put in the yard. So we're going to go to combat, swing out, do our thing, beat people in the face with giant angels, and then we're going to cast, Wrath of God and blow everything up. And then when we do that, we're going to be able to get all of our stuff back with this with our commander. Am I a terrible person? I think, yeah. Would Penance work well here with some mono white miracle cards and Rakdos colors? Maybe. It's just not exactly what we're trying to do, and this deck is very dedicated to the bit. Yeah. So first combo of the deck. Sacrifice a creature. Target player mills cards equal to that sacrifice creature's power. So, I love doing this in this deck. So, we play our commander, right? Let's say we don't find our indestructible thing yet. We swing in with, like, Celeste and, like, Archivist of Ogma. We gain 4 life that turn, right? We sack the Archivist of Ogma, right? To the Altar Dementia. We mill 2 cards. And then we hit, Mangara and Elish Norn with our mills out the top. We reanimate the Archivist of Ogma with the Angel of with our commander, Celestine. We get it back for free as a result because we already did it. Next turn, we swing in with our commander, Archivist of Ogma, and then we also have some equipment on it. So like we've got like this on it. So it gets +5, right? Now, because we milled ourselves by sacking the Archivist and getting it back, and we gain 10 life this turn with Celestine, that Elvish Norn that we milled last turn gets to get reanimated. So Altered Dementia is honestly what I tutor for most of the time in this deck. It's insanely fun. Like, if you get Altered Dementia in a game, it's going to be your most fun game with this commander. What's up, Blainable? We are being evil today. Like, we are being evil big boy evils. Horribly twisted, terrible people. That's what was on the order form. I'm just saying. I didn't do this. You did. Not my fault. Triosaru, if you'd like to throw a hear me out into the section, you got to become a part of the Kitten Court. All you got to do is become a part of the channel below and become a member, and you can have us do a section on a hear me out on any card you would like. So let's go into the artifacts because we were actually already there. So Altar of Dementia, incredible card. It's going to allow us to sacrifice something and then immediately get it back with our commander while milling ourselves to go find other targets that we would like to reanimate. Just insanely good card. After that, we have our ramp in the form of Arcane Signet, Mind Stone, Thelwar's Stone, Nyx's Lotus, Pearl Medallion, Pristine Talisman, which also gains his life, super cool, Soul Ring, and then we're not running too much else other than that. We don't need it. Then we have Catechus Staff of Hermes. For 3 mana, equipped creature has lifelink, and as long as you have 30 more life, so the same clause that we had on our the same clause that we've got for Sarah Ascendant, it gets +5 and indestructible, and prevent all damage that would be dealt to this creature. Jesus Christ. Like, what an equipment. Dear God. What's up, Novkov Comcat? Coming in with the assist on our man Triosaru here. Hear me out, Vanguard Seraph. Let's get it up. Let's see if I spelled that right. I'm assuming I switched the A and the U on accident, typing too fast. You built the AC deck, Tech. You ended up changing some things, but it's super fun. Absolutely. It's right. How much fun is it to tell people I have an AC deck, but it's not an AC deck that you've ever seen? It's very fun. I remember saying that to BZ from Nitpicking Nerds when we sat down in Chicago to play together, and they were like, "Okay, buddy. All right, let's see it." And they're like, "You know what? That is the most interesting AC deck I've ever played against." And I was like, I'm putting that in the video. But yeah, there's actually updates coming to the AC list. It's going to be a Patreon exclusive video if you're interested. Patreon's only $2. But I have updated the deck. And so Vanguard Seraph says, whenever you gain life for the first time, each turn surveil 1. That's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I'm pretty impressed at this card. Very happy with this card. In the deck. Big hype. Thank you, Triosaru and Tomcat. Hail Mary card for this deck. Woo! Hot card. Hot card. Love it. Our next card is Celestial Armor. When this armor enters, attach it to target creature you control. This creature gains hexproof and indestructible till end of turn. And then after that, it will buff it. It does get a +2/+0. This is something we flash in if anyone tries to kill our commander and or before we board wipe. Very good. Next, Cosmos Elixir. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card if your life total is greater than your starting life total. This is probably going to happen. So we're probably going to be drawing at every end step with this. And if not, we gain 2 life. Amazing card in this deck. Dark Steel Plate. Equipped a creature as indestructible. And the Dark Steel Plate itself has indestructible. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Honestly, though, guys, I'm just telling you, that Hear Me Out was so good. Can we get some amens in the chat for that, dog? Like, I saw this and was just like, immediately. That's just crazy, dog. Instant. So good. Such a good Hear Me Out. Amazing. Next is Mithril Coat. It has Flash, which we love that. Indestructible, and when it enters the battlefield, you attach it to your commander. It says a legendary creature, and it gives them indestructible. So amazing. And Mithril Coat itself has indestructible, baby. Yeah, Code Exorcist. You called it. Mithril Coat. We have a Nyx Lotus as well. That's going to be a lot of mana. It's going to be a lot of mana. And our commander is 5 mana, so we get to play this on the turn before. Pearl Medallion, obviously, very good. Hammer of Nazan also gives indestructible and allows all of our other equipment to immediately attach, and it gives them extra power. Super good card in this list. Shadow Spear, give them trample, give them lifelink if they don't already, and it allows us to take indestructible off of our opponent's creatures that are surviving the board wipes. A Strionic Resonator, this is going to allow us to double our end step trigger, as well as some other triggers that are very good in this deck. Book of Exalted Deeds, it allows us to put it onto our land as long as we have enough enlighten counters on it, and it'll allow us to say if you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. Super good. Super good. World Slayer was added in during this stream. Sick, nasty card. After that, we have a Johnny's Welcome to gain us some life. Authority of the Councils to gain us some life. We really don't care that our opponent's creatures come and tap. We just want to gain life. Blind Obedience allows us to extort to gain life. Indestructibility gives us indestructible. Who would have thought? Land Tax. At the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent controls more lands than you, you may search your library for up to 3 basic land cards, reveal them, put in our hand. Super good card because it's upkeep trigger on this. So as long as we're not first, this always works in Commander. Smothering Tithe, whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2. If not, you need a treasure token. We need a lot of mana in this deck. This is going to make us that mana. Plain and simple. Trouble in Pairs. Your friends are probably also doing degenerate stuff because you asked me to do degenerate stuff. They ain't going to take no extra turns, baby. Blicky blicky. Get lost. We're running 35 lands in this deck. The biggest thing I want to point out is we're running Hall of Heliod, allowing us to go get our enchantments, which is really helpful that whenever they get removed. And then Nykthos trying to Nyx. We are going to have so many white pips on this battlefield. It is not even funny. This is going to allow us to get so much extra mana. But guys, that is it for our first deck of the day. This has been an evil mono white Reanimator board wipe Kindred deck. Again, ordered by Otter. Thank you, Otter, for letting us do evil things. I had a blast making this deck. It's unbelievably evil. This is disgusting. Guys, it is time. It is time for the next deck. I hope everyone's ready. Dr. Madison Lee, ordered by Carlos McWizzy. Who we got here that's played this deck? Who in chat knows this card? I called in a specialist. I called in Zeb from Playing with Power to help me with this deck, as he already had a Madison Lee list. So I got to get some expert advice on this. Hope y'all ready. Yep, Geneva suggestion deck. Absolutely, Otter. Very excited for you. Adam W., are you ready for Dr. Madison Lee, baby? So, I did not know the degenerate things you could get up to with this deck, but we're here. We're here. We pushed it to bracket 4 while maintaining the fun energy aspect. So this is still 1000% energy. Wacky Pizza Man. All of the deck lists will be in the Duke tier as of this evening. Tonight, the entire Discord is receiving a ton of new stuff. Calendar, event scheduling, like you literally are going to know when your deck's going to come up on stream, you name it. Just tuning in while while pretending to work. What's up, Kanan? Thank you so much. Boreas Tunnel. Yo, hot take, and feel free to take the idea. The only energy deck you should be playing is Storm Force of Nature. Am I dumb? Hold on. Am I? Storm? Storm? There's energy decks for Storm? Huh. The more you know. I've never heard anyone playing a Storm deck with Storm Force of Nature, or energy deck with Storm. Interesting. Interesting. I've not heard that one before. Okay. I don't know why I put that in the hear me out section there. I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to look at the card. But, huh. Interesting. So, Dr. Madison Lee. Blue, red, white. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you get an energy. Tap, pay an energy. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample and haste until end of turn. Pay 3 energy. Draw a card. Tap, pay 5 energy. Return target artifact card from the graveyard to the battlefield. Tapped. Oh dear God. I did some evil things with this deck, y'all. Before we get into it, I'm letting you know, I'm sorry. Just beforehand. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Aetherstorm Rock. 2 colorless, white. Whenever Aetherstorm Rock or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you get an energy. When Aetherstorm Rock attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So, this has a very important trigger. It says whenever Aetherstorm Rock or another creature enters the battlefield, gain an energy. Here we go. Here we go, guys. So, when Amped Raptor enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Are we sensing a theme here? Are we sensing a theme here? Is anyone... Are we smelling what the rock's cooking? Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, gain 1 life and get an energy. We think it, right? Whenever a land enters the battlefield, gain energy. Right? Are we still cooking? We're still cooking. We're still cooking. And last but not least, when Whirl Virtuoso enters, you have 3 energy. Okay. We're gaining energy. Right? I gotta keep milking this, y'all. It's about to be nuts. I would like you to read the card. Sphinx of Revelation. It says, white, blue, tap, pay X, draw X cards. Sure, real cool. Whenever you gain life, you gain that much energy. That means you gain 4 energy whenever this thing attacks. Right? Okay. Aurora Shifter. Are these decks your members own and you just review them? No, I built these decks. So, if you sign up for the Duke tier on Patreon, once per month, I will build you a deck of your choice. You get to tell me the theme, the colors, if you have a commander suggestion, anything, the power level, the bracket level, and I will build a full deck for you, and then we show it to you on stream. We are going to be doing deck roasting starting next Monday. What's up, Fuzzy? What's up, Gail? How you doing? Okay, so let's go back a little bit so I can fully explain this combo because it's a little convoluted. Sphinx of Revelation says whenever you gain life, you get that much energy. So you gain 4 life when you attack. Then Aurora Shifter says, at the beginning of your combat, on your turn, you may pay 2 energy. When you do, Aurora Shifter becomes a copy of another target creature. Except it also has, when this creature deals combat damage to a player, gain that much energy. That means, right? Aurora Shifter, when it becomes a copy, when you pay the 2 energy, you're going to gain 4 energy for the hit with this. Then, oh yeah, also Dukes get to tell me what kind of date they like to go on and their favorite coffee drink. Deck roasting on Mondays. Do you have to be a member to submit a list? Yes. Deck roasting on Mondays is for the 30, I think the second or third tier on the Patreon. So that's a lot of energy, right? Cool. Whatever. Right? Who cares? Y'all. I'm sorry for what horrible thing I'm about to show you. Okay. Let me get this under control here. I'm a little too excited. So we gain I think it's like 16 energy with that combo, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So we have a ton of energy, whatever. And then whenever you attack, you may use the energy to put a bunch of +1/+1 counters on it. Pretty good. We love that, right? Nothing bad there. So, and then at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 3. If you do, you also get to overclock it, put extra +1/+1 counters. Again, super cool. Again, Lightning Runner. Whenever you put energy on it, you may pay 8 energy. You guys connecting the dots? If you pay, you may untap all creatures you control, and after this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Infinite energy combats. Pretty good. That's not all. We're untapping all creatures we control. We also can draw our entire deck with Madison Lee and pump our creatures infinitely with Trample and Haste. Yeah. It's disgusting. Gail, what's up? Hey there, Defcat. How you doing? Kingfish here. Looking forward to Rex. I saw the thumbnail and got a little excited. Let's go. Heck yeah. You will catch it live as it is our next card. That is our next one. Yeah. So I'd like to explain to you guys. So the combo here. Sorry, let me get back to it. The combo here with Lightning Runner, y'all. There's 6 different ways to make this work. Aurora Shifter is the easiest way. So is Sphinx of Revelation. And then there's so many of our artifacts that also trigger this to make enough extra energy. But in general, this is a 1-card win con with almost any of our other creatures that give us extra stuff. And then, whenever you cast a color spell, Glaring Fresh Writher, you deal 1 damage to each one of our opponents and make an artifact. Glaring Flesh Raker also is an infinite outlet in this deck. Yeah, memo. Everyone knows about Intruder Alarm, so I didn't put it in the deck. I can't wait for people to hear you go, hey guys, I cast Lightning Runner. And they're like, yeah, whatever, Timmy. Have fun with your little energy deck. Cool. I'm going to make infinite combat steps. Huh? No one's going to see it coming. No one's going to see it coming. Everyone's going to counter Intruder Alarm. Ain't no one going to counter Lightning Runner. All of our other creatures in this list just make us extra energy or extra attackers. It's very self-explanatory. I would put you guys to sleep if we did it. But we also have Terror of the Peaks in this deck. So Terror of the Peaks allows us to deal damage to any creature that enters the battlefield to our opponents. Guess what, guys? We get to make infinite creatures with our energy. Yeah. Not sure if we got to the artifacts yet, but it seems like an auto include. Do not worry, we are getting to our artifacts. We got the Timmy Comeuppance. You know it. So, let's get into this. We have other things such as Witty Roastmaster, Weft Stalker, and Reckless Fireweaver, as well as Perforos and Terror of the Peaks. So, all 5 of these cards are a 1-card win con with our engine, as long as we can get it up and running. We have a lot of things that allow us to make energy to make more things. And so we already went over the energy generation for a moment there. Let's go get what we have out here. There we go. Automated assembly line. We can pay 3 energy, create a tapped 3/3 robot artifact creature. And whenever one or more 4 artifact creatures deals damage to a player, you get that much energy. We can make like 50 energy in a single turn of combat with all the combat triggers we have already. And then if we have something like Terror of the Peaks out or Witty Roastmaster, we're going to make enough artifact creatures to kill the table through this already. But do not worry, we have even more. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, get an energy. Then, whenever you get 1 or more energy, make an energy. Plus, you called it, Gonti's Heart. Whenever an Aether Heart or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, Gonti's Heart makes 2 energy. That means automated assembly line is going to automatically make us extra energy while making us the creatures going completely infinite and killing the table. And then, guys, let's say, like we talked about, and we're going to get to the realistic scenario for a second, we don't have infinite energy. We don't get the full combo online. We just have Terror of the Peaks out. We make like 20. You know, we make like 20 creatures. We blasting station all of them to kill the rest of the table. Yep. We ain't going to wait for those things to untap and swing out with those 3/3s. We don't need to. Blicky them with blasting station. Yeah. So I could go through every card like we did last list, but what I've been learning while streaming, and I think you guys can understand this, some decks are so synergistic that just listing off cards can get a little boring and or a little almost pointless, because what really matters is understanding that how they work together. So let's go over that. Get a little water in me there. Okay, so let's go play test for a second. Let's get our first hand. So this hand's got 3 lands. It's got 1 energy upgrader. It's got 1 payoff. Not it for me. Not it for me. Let's go next. 3 lands. Ooh, the Flesh Rake. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's do this. We'll get our bridge out tapped. We'll get our second land out. And we're actually going to make sure to use that one. Bing, bing. That is our automated assembly. Oh, wait, I'm not in the right. Sorry. Box play. There we go. So, we go ahead and we have automated assembly line. Next turn. Bing, bang, boom. A glaring fresh raker. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, create an O1 Eldrazi, and then that will also activate automated assembly line whenever we do that. So, think about that. We're going to have an automated assembly line come in, and then we're going to have the Ardent come in. Now, the second we draw an artifact, we're going to go just bussin' ham with this deck. It's going to go off. That's also really good. So we're going to go ahead and do Sphinx of Revelation instead of our commander yet. And we're waiting on an artifact. 1 artifact sends us into like nutso zone here. The second we do it, the game's just over. So we're going to have Aura Shifter come in. We're going to be able to cast Static Prison, and we're going to be able to cast our commander. So we have 4 extra energy. And then next turn, we have the winning line with Sphinx. Yeah, that's the... We have the Aurora Shifter Sphinx combo with Madison Lee. Draw our deck from there. Easy dub. I was really excited for an artifact to hit the battlefield. I don't know how we didn't. Let's check our artifact count. Maybe we do want more artifacts. Let's just double check. We've got 22. That's a little unlucky. That's okay. That's okay. All right, let's get into it. First one, Scalding Tarn. Let's go grab our... let's see here. What do we want out of our Scalding Tarn? Yeah, we'll do Hollowed Fountain, right? Island, yep, cool. Our island, and then we're gonna grab Mana Vault. Next turn. Reliquary Tower. I think this is a good automated assembly. Cast, make an energy. Where is our energy? Is it energy reserve? Yeah, okay, energy. Okay, cool. Make our energy. Awesome. Next turn. We have Mystic Monastery. Oh, gosh. Yeah, this goes ham from here. Goodness gracious. Wow. There's a lot I could do. I'm trying to think about the lines here. Yeah, I think that's our line. Unstable. We're going to get 2 more. So we're going to add counters to track this. So we're at 3 energy. And then, what else do we want to do with that? Yeah, we're going to, we can exile the top of our library from here, but we already got land drop, so we're okay. I think from here, we go ahead and cast Terror of the Peaks. And then we pay the 3 energy, going down to 1. So we remove, down to 1 energy. It makes us our 3/3 robot. And then we get to Tear in the Peaks trigger. Ooh. Yeah. From here, we just keep making artifacts with Tear in the Peaks. Plus, we can play out Madison Lee and keep drawing cards with our extra energy. Ooh, and then we get Gifts Ungiven to combo off. Oh, God. What a deck. What's up, Kevin? If y'all don't know Kevin, one of the coolest guys in the community, helps artists. Shout out to my boy Kevin here. Yeah, this is just nasty work. Once you ever find automated assembly, this deck just gets to explode with value. It's just nasty. Just nasty. That's awesome deck. Awesome deck. Very excited. Carlos McWizzy, I'm hoping you enjoy your Dr. Madison Lee deck. It is evil. Love it, love it, love it. Hi, Kevin. I love you. Gonna grab me a little snack before the next. Let's see here. The deck list will go out right after stream today. We're putting a deck list come out today from this week in general. My Slim Jim is indeed invisible. That is hilarious. See if this one will open for once. There we go. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, man? I heard you got your first, your company got their first job. Is that what you texted a picture of? Absolutely, Adam. Glad you enjoyed. Is everyone ready? Everyone ready? We're going to the next deck. Everyone, this next list is for fish. In our commander, Rexriel, the Risen Deep. Now, I would like to point something out. This deck is meant to be a regular bracket 3 list with we're doing mukbangs now. Oh no, we're not doing mukbangs now. But I am hungry. I've only had breakfast today. I should have eaten more. So, this is a bracket 3 nasty reanimator list. So the point of this is to cast our opponent's spells. That's the point of this list. And we have a secret commander in this list. Athelia, do you have any deck building streams where you show your process? My biggest hurdle being pretty new is that there's so many options and I get overwhelmed. So, Athelia, the biggest advantage to building a good deck is to look at other people's decks. Number one way. But also, as you can tell, my business model here is to build people decks. And so watching the stream, you're going to learn a lot from it. All right, Fish, it's your time to shine. I hope you're ready because I love this list. So this list runs a secret commander, Captain Nagathrod. Captain Nagathrod, horrors you control have menace. Guess what? We have a lot of horrors in this list. Whenever a horror you control deals combat damage to a player, that player mills that many cards. At the beginning of your end step, choose target artifact or creature in opponent's graveyard that was put there from the graveyard this turn. Put it onto the battlefield under your control. Big boom. So our commander says Island and Swamp Walk, meaning they're unblockable as long as someone controls an island or swamp. Already nasty for a 5/8. Whenever Rexfield Arisen Deep deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery from target player's graveyard without paying its mana cost. You have no idea the nastiness we're going to get up to with this. It's insane. Okay, so first off, Ashiok Dreamrender. We don't want our players going and getting their best cards from their libraries. We do not want them tutoring. Ashiok stops them from doing that. And on top of that, because we want their best cards, we can minus Ashiok. Target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Then exile each opponent's graveyard. So we regularly only do this early game when there isn't already a card in the graveyard we want. So if we've looked through graveyards and we don't like what we see, we're okay exiling. That's when we activate exile. Super good. Jace, the Perfected Mind. So the reason we want this is we can pay life to get it out early, and then target player can mill X, where X is the amount of loyalty we decide to pull off of Jace. So it's 3 times X. That means when this thing comes down, if it's paid for in full, we can make someone mill 15 instantly. And if we keep this thing around, it can be even more. So very good mill card. And it comes down earlier than most of our other threats. Baleful Strix, this is the way that's we're going to protect us. You have no idea how much a 1/1 Death Touch flyer stops anyone from attacking you. No one wants to willingly walk into a Death Touch creature. This just makes it so simple. No one will attack you. No one will want to. And it draws a card, so it instantly replaces itself. Amazing card. If you, from what I understand, I don't know if they do this anymore, but if you subscribe to Sam's Patreon, which is the Ristic Studies, he'll send you a signed copy of this. I actually have one. I don't know if it's on my desk or not. I think recently I saw it on my desk. Yeah, there it is. Yep, funny enough. Look at that. And then it's signed by Ristic Studies. So very cool. Bruvac. If a player would mill 1 or more cards, they mill twice that instead. And we're going to be milling people a lot in this deck in order for us to cast things from their graveyard. So let's talk about milling. Consuming Aberration. Its power and toughness is equal to the number of cards at each opponent's graveyard, and whenever you cast a spell, each opponent reveals the top card of their library until they reveal a land card, and they'll let the rest go in their graveyard. Every spell you cast, not non-creature spell, every spell. Yeah, Hail Mary good. And you know how everyone else has Seedborn Muse? We got Dreamborn Muse. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player puts the top X card of their library into their graveyard, where X is the number of cards in his or her hand. Boom, baby. Boom. Love this card. Next up, Fleet Swallower. Whenever Fleet Swallower attacks, target player puts the top half of their library round up into their graveyard. Big steal. Big steal. We're going to get on the Kraken theme here, if you haven't already noticed. Gyruda, Doom of Depths. It's going to allow us to put the top 4 cards of our opponent's library into the graveyard whenever it enters the battlefield. Super awesome. It's also just an awesome card in general. And then put a creature card from even verdict mana cost from among these cards onto the battlefield under your control. We're going to be running the Hedron Crab and Rune Crab plan. It says whenever a land enters the battlefield, we are going to be able to mill target opponent 3 cards. After that, Lazav Demir Mastermind. Whenever a creature is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you may have Lazav Demir be a copy of it. Super good, and honestly, kind of a secret commander for this deck. Then we have Mirko Vosk, Mind Drinker. Whenever Mirko Vosk, Mind Drinker, deals combat damage to a player, that player reveals cards to the top of their library until he or she reveals 4 land cards. This thing, I've watched it mill like 20 cards. People do not expect it. It's awesome. Nemesis Reason, similar. Whenever Nemesis Reason attacks, the defending player mills 10 cards. These basically read the same. And one's flying that doesn't look like it should, which is kind of funny. This should have trample. Leviathan Horror. This thing should have trample, in my opinion. we're going to be running Notion Thief. So we do not have players out drawing us in this game and out resourcing us. Super good card and very evil. Scourge of Fleets. Whenever Scourge of Fleets enters the battlefield, return each creature your opponent controls with power toughness X or less, where X is the number of islands you control. Super good board wipe. That's asymmetrical. And then staying with the Leviathan Kraken kind of theme we got going on here, Stormride Leviathan also has Island Walk, and all lands are islands now, meaning our commander officially is just unblockable. Yep, and creatures without flying or Island Walk can attack. That means now you are the only person that can attack during this game. You smelling what I'm cooking? Because we're cooking pretty dang hard. This deck is kind of nasty. Just a little bit. I love this card so much. And it's 79 cents. Crazy. It is now time for my favorite creature in the deck. The Mind Skinner. Triple blue. It can't be blocked. And if a source would deal damage to an opponent, prevent that damage, and each opponent mills that many cards instead. It's so nasty. When this got revealed, we were like, can this be in EDH? Like, for a little bit. Obviously, it's not. But it was really cool when it was released, because we were like, that is a legendary creature. That can be a commander. But Mono Blue's just really rough to play. Thief of Sanity. Whenever Thief of Sanity deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of that player's library, exile one of them face up and the other one down, put the rest in your graveyard. You may look at the cast, the card. So it is doing exactly what you want to do. We are going to steal spells and we're going to cast it. But in general, our commander is going to be casting a lot of spells. Super good. Also, Thief of Sanity, if I'm not mistaken, it was out in Ravnica. Yeah. So I actually won my first pre-release that I ever 4-0'd at with this card. So Thief of Sanity and I have a good memory together. Tyler Kemper, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Happy to have you. What's up, Tyler? After that, we have Extract from Darkness. Each player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard, then put a creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Super good. But again, this does not say put a creature card put into the graveyard this way. So it says any creature card that was already in the graveyard is also fair game. Super good. We're going to be running the obvious mill cards for a second. Fractured Sanity, Maddening Cacophony, Mind Funeral, Mind Grind, Traumatize. These are all just like the best mill cards in the game. So we put them in, obviously. The first foil I ever pulled was a Thief of Sanity. Nice. What was my first foil? I think, my first foil was an M11 something. It was, oh gosh, what was it? It was a Core Set 2011 card. That was my first ever foil. My first Mythic was an Ulamog, which was pretty sick for a first Mythic pull ever. Not that Mythic really means much anymore, you know, comparatively to back then, but you know. Ooh. Mind Skinner Mono Red Burn. That's cool, Tyler. I love that house rule too. That's super cool. So, Fish, you're going to be milling people a lot of cards, right? This deck also makes a lot of mana, right? Mnemonic Betrayal, baby. Exile all cards from your opponent's libraries. Libraries. Sorry, I have a cracker in my mouth. Let me finish this. Also, I will and be... Oh, also, big shout out. We have a cat cam. We officially have a cat cam. It came in the mail. I'm going to be installing it this weekend. And so during the stream, I don't know if you guys knew this, every single time I stream, my cat lays in my lap. Literally every time. It's never not happened. He always falls asleep in my lap. So I bought a lap bed for my cat and then a camera that attaches to it so we all get to watch it. So we can all just be like, aww, together. Here's the problem, Kevin. Tasha's Hideous Laughter, sadly, exiles. So it won't go into the graveyard. I love Tasha's Hideous Laughter. It's one of my favorite cards in the entire game. I have the ampersand foil of it, but sadly, it exiles those cards. Yeah. And this deck's main objective is to cast spells from other people's graveyards. So, Mnemonic Betrayal is our best way to do that. Exile all cards from our opponent's graveyards. You may cast those cards this turn, and if you spend mana as though it would mana any type to cast those cards, at the beginning of your next end step, all those cards go back to their graveyards. But y'all, Tyler, you already got it. You got it. Tyler is from the top rope with this. It combos with Blood Chief's Ascension. If Blood Chief's Ascension has the 3 total on it, and we've got the loss of life, and it's got the quest counters, it's a win con. Let's say our opponents have 20 cards in their graveyards, and they all go back to the graveyard at end step from Mnemonic Betrayal. They'll lose 2 life for every card for a full 40 damage from Blood Chief's Ascension. That is in fact our 3rd win con of the deck. Just disgusting. Just disgusting. With that being said, let's get to these instants. An offer you can't refuse can be used as a ramp spell or as a way to counter our opponent's BS. Then we have Arcane Denial. It's a counter spell that draws you back cards. It means that we don't lose a lot of stuff. Super good. Archive Trap is amazing in this deck. So when anyone searches a library of fetches, you're going to be able to mill them 13 cards for free. You just get to play it from hand for free. It's awesome. And you get to scare people. They're going to like search the library and you go, oh, I have a response. They think it's going to be Oppo, and instead it's Archive Trap, which is really funny and fun. And plus, you might mill what they were searching for, and in that case, point and laugh. Dark Ritual. Obviously, our commander costs a lot of mana. We want to get it out fast. We threw in Dark Ritual. Didn't Say Please. It's a counterspell that mills people. Let's go. Dig Through Time. We mill so often that this is going to allow us to look at the top 7 for like 2 blue, like 2 mana. It's amazing. Yeah. And then outside of that, because we care about cards in graveyards, Drown in the Lock turns into an amazing kill spell and counter spell. Super good. Super good. Dimir Charm, because Dimir Charm, we're in a Dimir deck. It's the most obvious inclusion ever. It allows us to have a bunch of modal type extra things. Counter target sorcery, counter target creature, mill people, put one back in the rest of the player's graveyard. Super good. Doomblade, baby. If you already don't know Doomblade, this is probably not the desired art people most know. I love the original art so much of Doomblade. It's incredible. Let's get it up here. That M10 foil, baby. Doomblade, baby. Oh, what's that? Oh, the creature's not black? That is the Doomblade. That's always the meme. We got Frantic Search from some card draw, High Tide for some ramp, and Mana Drain also for some ramp. We counter target spell at the beginning of your upkeep, or at the beginning of your main phase, you get all that colorless mana. We're going to need that. Very helpful spell. Memory Plunder. You may cast instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard without paying its mana cost. It's literally our commander on a spell. Super cool. Negate. We obviously do not want people killing our creatures. Negate's going to help with that. And then last but not least, Psychic Strike. It's another counter spell that makes people mill. We love that. Our artifacts are generic mana right here, so this is just going to help us get mana. Lightning Greaves to keep our commander fast and safe. And then Mesmeric Orb. Whenever a permanent becomes untapped, that player mills a card. This is an easy win card for this deck, because everyone's going to untap like 5 lands, 3 creatures, and then mill 8. Bingo. And then Mind Crank. Whenever opponent loses life, that player puts that many cards from the top of their library into the graveyard. If we have Mind Crank out and we have the 3 quest counters on Blood Chief's Ascension, GG. Game over. We win. Mind Stone. Tap, add a colorless. You can sacrifice it, draw a card, and it's ramp. Love this card. Sapphire Medallion. We obviously don't want our spells to cost that much. This helps us with that. more ramp, which means Soul Ring, Thought Vessel, Talisman, Thran Dynamo. And last but not least, Swift Foot Boots to keep us swifty. Teferi's Tutelage. Whenever Teferi's Tutelage enters the battlefield, draw a card and then discard a card. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards, baby. Love it. Phyrexian Arena. Pay a life, draw a card. We love that. Memory Erosion. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player puts the top 2 cards of the library into their graveyard. Again, just gas with the rest of this. And then Animated Dead. Hear Me Out. Water Crystal. Knockoff Tomcat. What a wonderful idea. Let's talk about that in the Hear Me Out. So, Water Crystal is going to be reducing, if I can spell crystal, it's going to reduce our blue spells by 1. If an opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they can still mill that many +4 instead. The Water Crystal should have been in the deck. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why it's not in there. Amazing suggestion. We ain't going to spend too much time on that thought. Easy dub. Easy dub in the deck. Don't know why that wasn't put in there already. Absolutely. Huge oversight. Let's get some amens of the cap for Tomcat with another top rope inclusion into a deck, y'all. Y'all. Time to play the deck. It's time to play the deck out. So, let's get ourselves a good starting hand. Ooh, we like this. We like this, but it's only 1 land. It's a risky keep with 3 and 4 mana ramp. If we draw the lands, pretty good. If we don't, but it does have Archive Trap, which is really fun. It's very fun, but we're going to ship it. We're going to go down to our 6. Oh, boys. Oh, we like this. Yeah. Put that to the bottom. Draw for turn. We're going to play a Swamp for turn. Next turn, we're going to have Rogue's Passage comes out. And then we have Toxic Deluge to wipe the board if we want to here. Next turn, we get a Dig Through Time. We don't get the blue land. Ooh. Rough. That's rough. So we've got this to wipe the board now that we're behind, but we have to see a blue land. Yeah. So that's a good lesson. Don't keep a hand if it doesn't have what's in your hand. Fair enough. This deck has 34 lands in it, which is pretty high for a deck that's going to be milling itself already. Yeah, 34. So I'm surprised we're seeing such little land in our opening hands. This is pretty good. We have counter spells. We have ramp. I like it. I like it, but we can do better. We can do better. Ooh, with the Mind Crank and the big creatures. This is a pretty cool hand, but it has no ramp in it. But I do love Mind Crank and Whelming Wave at 4 mana. I think we try to keep this hand. So let's start. Island, go. Temple of Deceit, we can have come in next. Yeah, we'll do it this turn. And then we'll Surveil 1. Yeah, we don't need another land. We can put that in the graveyard. Oh, no, it's Scry 1. Put that to the bottom of the library. My bad. Okay, next turn. Ooh, nice. We're going to put the Rogue's Passage out. We're going to do Thief of Sanity this turn. Because we don't need this yet. We need it next turn. So Thief of Sanity. Next turn, we're gonna attack him with Thief of Sanity. Pretend we get nothing. That's fine. And then we're gonna go Sapphire Medallion, Mind Crank. And then when we attack him with Thief of Sanity, they're gonna mill 2 cards as well. So now we got cards in graveyards for us to cast next turn. Ooh, and that, yeah. After turn 5, this deck just becomes death for anybody. So we get to cast our commander due to the Sapphire Medallion on turn 5. Then we get to attack in. We get to mill them some more cards. Next turn, oh dear God, we have so many choices. Yeah, this is really good. So Rexiel, Thief, attack. Mind Crank activates. Now we get to cast something in their graveyard, and we get to steal something with Thief of Sanity. We also get to play Mesmeric Orb and Doomblade to disrupt our opponent's game plan. I'm assuming we casted something good last turn that probably gives us some extra mana, which allows us to either play Whelming Wave, Fleet Swallower, or Stormtide Leviathan on turn 7, while having access to an insane amount of cards in their graveyards through Mesmeric Orb and Thief of Sanity due to Mind Crank, plus our commanders smacking in for 5. That's fun. And if we need to, we have Toxic Deluge to wipe the board underneath what our creatures are already doing, so we can even -7/-7 and still have our commander. Oh yeah, baby. Absolutely. Urborg would be amazing in here, but we are on a budget, so we didn't want to go too hard. Yeah, Urborg would be a little bit too much. Monster, we have done today. Let's look here. We've done Celestine, the Living Saint. We've done Dr. Madison Lee. And we are just finishing up doing Rexriel, the Risen Deep. But guys, we got one more for the day. It's a short stream today because I do have a commission I have to get done today. So that's the only reason we're shorter today. This will be the shortest stream I'll probably will ever do. It's only a 2-hour stream. I normally do longer, so I apologize. But we are going into our last commander. Are we ready? Is everyone excited for the last commander of the day? From Blaze Oasis, we are in fact doing a Shadow the Hedgehog deck today. You're welcome, Fish. I'm so glad you ordered it. Thank you so much for it. Tell your friends about it. Get your friends to get a deck. I can't wait to see you next month for your next deck. I'm very excited for it. And let me know how it plays. Is everyone ready for Shadow the Hedgehog? Because I cooked with this list. Oh, yeah. So, everybody, I want to let you know. This deck is a bracket 3 with no infinites. I was requested to make a full-on hate mail deck. They said they want to be stuck in the corner with their friends all night. Yes, Canon, all of the decks from this stream and last Tuesday's stream, or this past Tuesday, as in 2 days ago, will be going up this evening. Guys, this is a mean, lean, treasure-heavy shadow list that's meant to destroy your opponent's boards. We're going to be sacrificing our creatures, sacking their creatures, and I was asked to include their pet card, the Super Void. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent chooses a creature they control and exiles it. At the beginning of your end step, if a player controls no creatures, sacrifice this, and then put a creature card exiled with it onto the battlefield with 2 additional counters. It's time. It is time. So, let me get some water in me. We'll get into this. That's good. Okay. So, let's read Shadow. Whenever Shadow the Hedgehog or another creature you control with Flash or Haste dies, draw a card. Each spell you cast has split second if mana from an artifact was spent to cast it. What this means is we have officially gifted Diddy Hold Person from Dungeons & Dragons. We just gave Rakdos players the ability to not be countered and or interacted with and or responded to. It's about to get nasty. Okay, first off, Ancient Copper Dragon, auto-include, immediately giving us a ton of treasures. Cavern Horde Dragon. Whenever this spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest number of artifacts an opponent controls. And then, guess what? If we hit them, we create a treasure for every artifact that player has. And this thing is Flying Trample Haste. The reddest dragon of all dragons. So amazing. Then we have Goldspan Dragon, which allows our treasures to tap for 2, and whenever it attacks or becomes a target, you also create a treasure token. Grim Hireling makes 2 treasure tokens whenever we deal combat damage to a player. Knuckles allows us to make more treasure tokens whenever one or more creatures you deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control more than 30 artifacts, you win the game. I wonder how we're going to do that. Professional Facebreaker. Whenever it deals combat damage, make a treasure. Ragavan Nimble Pilfer. Revtide the Harvester. And, of course, whenever we sack with Warren Soul Trader, make a treasure. And Zorn makes us make double treasures. And last but not least, Captain Lannery Storm. Whenever it attacks, create a treasure token. Let it sink in. Just let it sink in. The awesomeness of this deck. Once you are past turn 3, and you will be casting Knuckles on turn 3, or sorry, Shadow on turn 3, nothing's going to stop you. Everything you cast is going to be split second. Empty plate. Indeed, no Magda. Indeed, no Magda. There's, obviously, we can sack treasures to Magda to go get Cavern and all that. Oh, buddy. We got better things to do in this list. Look. This is why people buy decks from me and they don't just go on a website. There's better things to do. There's better things to do. Plus, everyone runs that card. Be original, guys. Let's go. There you go, Tyler. There you go, Tyler. Mayhem Devil is an amazing backup game plan to this list. Let's talk about that for a second. I think you bring up a great point. So, Mayhem Devil reads, whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, this creature deals 1 damage to any target. Very good card, and honestly, a good idea. But the reason I didn't include it in this list is we have multiple ways in this list to win by having extra treasures. I love this card. I believe it's a great alternate win con for this list, but it goes against what we're already trying to do. So that's the only reason we didn't include it in the deck. But we did, in fact, talk about this when building the deck. Me and my friends. I do have friends help me with these lists, hence why these lists come out so quickly, by the way. Just so you guys know. I am the final naysayer on all of it, though. Garna the Blood Flame. Whenever Garna the Blood Flame enters the battlefield, return to your hand all creatures in your graveyard. And then other creatures you control have haste. This means any creature of yours that dies instantly activates Shadow. Meaning when you sack Blood Pet, Garna's going to make you draw a card as a result. Because you gave it haste. Super awesome. Kellogg Dangerous Mind. Whenever it attacks, create a treasure token, sacrifice 5 triggers, gain control of target creature for as long as you have Kellogg. So this is worth sacking treasures for, guys, because it gets a blocker out of the way. Versus with Magda, I like the card, and you know what? It's good to have pivots. Guys, it's good to have pivots. We're removing some cards real quick. I think you're right. I like where we're going with this. I like where we're going with this. Let's add Magda and let's add Mayhem Devil. I believe in us. I believe in us. I like it. Why not have alternate ways? Now this deck's just good soup. Like, it's just good, nasty treasure soup. It's not as, like, dedicated to the game plan. I just don't think that's a bad thing. Marionette Master. Otter, very good suggestion. Let's talk about that for a second. Whenever an artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, target opponent lose life equal to Marionette's power. Yeah, it's another really good alternate. But I think we'll think on it. We'll think on it. Because, again, this isn't a dedicated treasure list. Crime Novelist. That's... Ooh, there you go. We like Crime Novelist. Let's talk about that for a second. Whenever you sacrifice an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and add red. Yeah, absolutely. This card was amazing for the little amount of time we had it with Dockside at the same time. It was pretty hype. It was pretty hype. Yeah, Marionette Apprentice is better as a result. Agreed. So let's go through the creatures real quick. We're going to come back to it. We're going to talk about what this deck does, which is we are going to be blasphemous edicting, blasphemous acting, damnation, languish, massacre. We're going to toxic deluge. We're gonna just absolutely destroy the board and draw cards through our commander's ability, because it'll see all the haste and flash creatures draw. And then we're going to have so much mana from these treasures, it allows us to rebuild quickly and faster than everybody else. Because I was asked to make a deck that can wipe the board, keep everyone else in baby jail while we get to run it. It's not board wipe tribal, that for sure. It's not board wipe kindred. That's not what we're going for here. But it is trying to make sure no one ever goes faster than us, for we are the shadow. So to do that, we are also going to be running the One Ring to make sure that when we get wiped, someone doesn't crack us back really hard. So that is a big part of it. But as you guys guessed, Revel in Riches does see play in this list. Very, very, very good card. And Reign of Riches, the first spell you cast each turn, that mana from a treasure was spent, you have Cascade. Love Reign of Riches. It's such a gorgeous card on top of that. This thing is so pretty. This art is amazing. And it really makes me sad that there's no foil of it, from what I understand. Oh, wow, oh, we do have a foil. It's just in the promo packs. Oh, geez, that's expensive. Oh, the art is so good. I wish there was a full art foil of this card. Dang it. Yes. Yes, we do have Loyal Apprentice. Yes. I believe we already have Loyal Apprentice. Let's double check that. Do we already have Loyal Apprentice? We don't? That wasn't already in the list? Oh, dude. Oh, yeah, we do. We have Loyal Apprentice. Good. We like Loyal Apprentice. Absolutely, Tyler. Absolutely. We are running Jessica's Will. Very helpful. Card draw. Lots of mana. Rite of Flame. And then we're going to use Calling the Weak to help us sack things, to draw cards. Big score for some card draw. We have Fire Covenant, allowing us to wipe the board selectively. Super, super good. Yeah, Reign of Riches goes nuts in this. Yeah, exactly. It's insane. But guys, I can keep telling you about the list, but this is definitely the kind of list that I would like to play with you guys real quick. This is definitely a play it out kind of list. Oh, God, what an opening hand. Ew. Ew. Yeah, this is pretty nasty. Yeah. Oh, God. And Calling the Weak. Turn 1, Great Furnace. Turn 2, Flutie Duty. Let's go get the baddie out. Into Ruby Medallion. Dear God. Oh, we got the Desperate Ritual off the top. That is too funny. We'll actually shock ourselves in, or we're going to bolt Valakut Awakening in. So for 1 red, we cast Desperate Ritual. We now have 3 red floating. Let's get the mana tracker going here. Where is our mana tracker? Oh, player. Right. We have 3 red. We're going to use 1 of it on Loyal Apprentice. Then we're going to go to combat. Why not? Actually, we're not. I thought about it. I don't want to. Yeah, that's cool. And then black. Oh, we don't have access to the second black. We do not have access to the second black. Oh, we had Mana Confluence the whole time. Sorry. I'm dumb. I just played the wrong land. I was confused. Cool. We tapped the Great Furnace. Now we have black, 2 red. Shadow the Hedgehog. Attack in. Make our hasty 1/1. Bing, bing, bing. Next turn. Spire of Industry. Here's where it gets spicy. So, we're going to Calling the Weak Orthopter, which allows us to draw a card. And now we have 4 black. We're going to use 1 black and a red. 1 less through the Ruby Medallion to cast Kellogg. And then sacrifice 5 treasures. We're going to do the treasure thing later. We're going to attack in. We're going to throw the Thopter somewhere dumb where it's obviously going to die. And we're going to draw a card. End step. Cast the Felwar Stone. Next turn. We're flooding on lands here. Maybe we want to lower our land count. But in general, we're going to just do a massive Valakut Awakening here. Draw 4. And then draw 3. Put these in the bottom of our library. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Next turn, after we make more Thopters, Doom, Timeline Cutter, One Ring. It didn't draw this well, honestly. On this time, we got none of our big, like, mana creators, but it was still a nasty opening hand. Honestly, so is this. Jesus. Turn 1, Wooded Foothills. We go get our body. Exile Simian Spirit Guide. Put out the Thought Vessel. And then next turn, Rakdos Signet. And then we don't have the black for Timeline, sadly. So that's cool. But that's still a lot of mana on turn 2. We're very happy with that. Yeah, that is our commander right there. Haste on turn 3. Ooh, nice. Nice. We love this. We're going to big score. Discard probably the Timeline Cutter. Because we can play it from graveyard using its warp ability. Draw 2. Make 2 treasures. Treasure. And then what do we want to play with this? Yeah, it's going to be the Loyal Apprentice. Loyal Apprentice. Go to combat. Make a treasure. Or not a treasure, make a Thopter. Sorry. Next turn. Got ourselves a Soul Ring. And we can start doing some real nasty stuff here. So we have Warren Soul Trader and we have Mayhem Devil, which is really fun. So both of these cards we get out are amazing. But we're actually going to put out Rev. Attack in. We have 2 Thopters now, by the way. And they all have haste. And they have haste, right? Yep. We make 3 treasures from Tithe. And then we steal 3 cards. And then we can cast Mayhem Devil or Warden Soul Trader after. Sacrifice all the Thopters and draw that many cards. Get a land. Get an artifact. And then with the treasures we make from Warren Soul Trader, make a Mayhem Devil. Yeah, you're not gonna get bored with this deck. You are not gonna get bored with this deck. This deck is disgusting. And let's just clarify for a second. Everything we just did can't be interacted with or on top of, because it's all with artifact mana. That's nasty. That's just man. Just nuts. What a nasty deck. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. We're very happy with this. Chat. I know this is the short stream, only an hour and 43. Sorry about that. I've got a busy day. Next week, that ain't happening. I have made time for us. We're going to be having some long streams next week. How are we feeling? How are we feeling about this, y'all? I am pretty freaking happy with this. Yeah, we're aura farming the blue players. Absolutely. This was such a fun stream. Guys, if you haven't already and you want a deck, go to the Patreon, go get your own deck made, get it here on the stream. And the Discord updates be coming right after this, y'all. I hope you're excited. The Discord updates go live around 5 p.m. today. EST. 5 p.m. That was super fun. I loved everything we got to make today. guys, y'all know what time it is. Time for me to pray us out. God, thank you for another wonderful stream. Thank you for everyone that participated, those who donated, those who got their decks on here. Lord, I ask you to bless them with good friends, good time, good food, and rejuvenation. Magic's a game a lot of us run to get away from our stressful weeks, and I hope that everyone here that got a deck is going to be able to go get the rest that they need. So many of us do not take the personal time that we need, and I ask that you just pour into their hearts, give them love, give them time, give them good friends. Lord, I also just ask that you keep every single person in this chat safe, loved, cared for, as well as taking care of my safety and my health while I continue to do this. Lord, I'm so thankful to have a friend group like this and have a fan group like this. Amen. Y'all, thank you so much for an amazing stream. Thank you for taking care of me in my life and being here for me and being a part of my life like this. You're the best. You are genuinely the best. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow in Friday's video. See you guys. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you later.